Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is everything that I am loving right now. I love to do these videos every few months, kind of like a monthly favorites, except I don't typically do them every single month. I like to wait a bit until I have a lot of really good things to share with you. So I have some makeup, some skincare, lifestyle, fragrance, and some beauty tool things as well. So we're going to be talking about all of my favorites today. And if you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I love to start these videos by sharing my favorite fragrance with you, and this portion of the video is sponsored by Dossier. I've been partnering with them for quite a while now, and I've accumulated quite a few of their fragrances. I kind of stick to the same things typically with fragrance, but I have discovered a newer one to me that I want to share with you today. But if you are not familiar with Dossier, they create luxury-inspired fragrances for a very small fraction of what the retail cost would be. They have so many amazing options. I always like to share what I'm loving currently, and the one that has been my current favorite. I haven't had this one for too long, but ever since I got it, I just love the smell of it, and it's called Citrus Peony. So this is what their packaging looks like. It does tell you what the top, middle, and base notes are, and you get just a very basic bottle. A lot of the times you are paying more for the brand name or the packaging when you're buying a luxury fragrance, and with Dossier, you're just paying for the fragrance, which is why it's much more affordable. And Citrus Peony is actually inspired by Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, which I had actually never smelled before, but this smells amazing. The top notes on this are mandarin, bergamot, and black currant, which I'm not really familiar with, but the base notes are musk, peach, and raspberry, which is very interesting. I don't typically go for peach or raspberry, but I do like musky scents. Another one of my favorites that I've shared before is Musky Musk, which is inspired by Juliet Has a Gun. I know a lot of you have actually gotten that one because of me. It's a very unique smell, but I really like it. This is very different. It's very floral to me, but yet it has just a slight bit of sweetness to it. I don't like something super sweet, but I don't mind a little bit of sweetness. I'm guessing it's from the peach or the raspberry in here, but the middle notes also have rose and peony. So I'm assuming that's where a lot of the floral fragrance is coming from, but it's very fresh and clean, perfect for spring that's coming up here pretty soon, and I've really been enjoying this one. I do have a discount code with Dossier that I will put up on the screen, and you can go online and check out all of their different fragrances. You can even order one, try it out. If you don't end up loving it, you can return it and they will refund you. And all of the returns are actually donated to charity, which is amazing. So thank you so much to Dossier for continuing to support me and my channel and partnering with me on this portion of the video. I have so many things to share with you. I'm sitting here looking at all of this stuff, and it's all such good stuff that I want to share, but I'm going to try to go quick because I have a lot. The first thing is an SPF. Now, I don't know if I have used this in a video. I maybe have, but I honestly can't remember. Ordered this a while ago, and this is such a good SPF, you guys. This is the Naturium Dew Glow Moisturizer with SPF 50. Now, this is definitely a very glowy SPF. It is very similar in look, I would say, as far as how it looks on your skin to the e.l.f. Wow Glow SPF, which I like. I do have issues with that one pilling on me sometimes. Even if I let it sit for a while before I apply makeup, I have issues with pilling. I haven't had that issue with this one, and the look I get is very similar. Something else that's very interesting about this, so the founder of Naturium, you may be familiar with, is Susan Yara. She has a YouTube channel and she's beautiful. She has beautiful skin, but this is her line, and now it is actually available at Target. This product is as well. But what's nice about this, I saw her in an interview. She said that they designed this packaging this way because you see how there's like that little indentation right here. She said that is the amount of sunscreen you're supposed to be applying to your face to get the adequate SPF protection. So that is what this little indentation is. So you know that you're getting the amount of SPF that you need on your face, which I thought was pretty smart. I'd never seen anybody do that before. Something else that I have fallen in love with, and I was not on board with this idea at first until I started doing it consistently, and now I am a true fan of it, and it is using a Gua Sha. You guys, I know if you were like me and you hear or you see all of these people on social media doing this Gua Sha thing with an oil or a serum, whatever, and you're thinking there is no way that makes any difference. It's just kind of one of those things that gets hyped up and then it dies down because it's really not that miraculous to begin with. I thought the same thing, but I was wrong. I was very wrong. I got sent this one from True Botanicals, this Gua Sha, and I really like it because it has these little indentations in it, but it also has these like small little almost teeth on the side, and it is so satisfying to put oil all over your face. I've been using the one that they sent with this, which is the True Botanicals oil that I really like. I put it all over my face, down my neck, and then you use this and you just go along your jawline. You kind of drag it down your neck, your cheekbones. I even take it on the top of my eyelid and kind of hard to explain, but I kind of go under my eyebrow and kind of pull out lightly, and I swear this has changed my jawline. It has. There's no way I'm making this up because I'm telling you, I have always had like the issue with just excess, I guess it's fluid, as gross as that sounds, wanting to sit here. And I've never really understood that until I started using this and going under here every day and massaging it out. You guys, I know it sounds crazy and it sounds like just someone trying to sell you something, but it's not, I swear. And it doesn't have to be this Gua Sha or this oil, obviously. You can use whatever you want, but I am obsessed with this, and I've been doing it every single morning before I go in with my normal cleanser, and I have been loving it, and I actually feel like it's made a difference in my face. And one final skincare type product is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. So this is probably one of the most popular products from Bobbi Brown. I'm sure you're probably familiar with the face base. This is the eye base though, and it's just what it says. It's an eye cream or just like an eye priming product for your under eyes before you go in with concealer or corrector. My ride or die for a very long time is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright, and I still like that one. I still use it. But I got this one to try out because one of my favorite makeup artists, Melissa Herkman, she is not on YouTube, but she is over on Instagram. So I'll put her link to her profile below. But she says she uses this on all her clients, and I believe everything that comes out of her mouth. I love all of her makeup looks. She's just so good. I love her so much. So I bought this to try it out because I hadn't tried anything new really for prepping my under eyes in quite a while, and this is very nice, you guys. It is similar to Ole Henriksen in consistency, but this one does not have that pearlescent finish that the Banana Bright has. This one is just like a true thin under eye cream. It's not a gel, it's a cream, which I personally like. I don't love a gel type product under my eyes to prep. I just feel like it's not moisturizing enough, so I like something that's a cream, and I have been loving this. It's paired really well with all of the products that I use frequently under my eyes. The one thing, it does have a smell. It smells, I mean, it's a good smell. It smells a little bit citrusy. So if your eyes are super sensitive, that's something to note. You might not want something with fragrance, but it's not like a knock you out kind of fragrance. So I did want to mention that, but I have really been enjoying using this before I go in with my corrector and concealer. Okay, I have a few makeup beauty tools to share with you as well. So if you saw my Amazon video I posted a few weeks ago, I got these puffs, the powder puffs that are all over everywhere. I feel like everyone is using these right now. And I got them to use for under my eyes, so to set my concealer. I had an e.l.f. powder puff before this and I liked it, but it was a little bit too large right here on the tip of it. I needed something that was a little bit sharper to get under my eyes. I've been using this nonstop when I do set my under eyes, and these are fantastic. You guys, if you have not tried the powder puffs under your eyes, you need to. And these really inexpensive ones from Amazon are perfect. And then the other thing, I know you've seen me use this in a video, but I wanted to mention it because I've been using it a ton. And it's this little lash separator from Tweezerman. How have I not been using a lash separator all these years? I feel like I've never even heard many people talking about a lash separator. I ended up getting this one in a set back in December. I got a new lash curler from Tweezerman and I got a set that had this in it. This is so good. If you don't have one of these, you absolutely need this in your life. You can use it after you've applied mascara and go through your lashes if you feel like anything is looking a little bit clumpy, and it works like that. You can also do this before you apply mascara if you have lashes that tend to want to like clump together. Sometimes my lashes do that. I don't know if they like grow in little clumps together. I don't know. But I've been using this thing a ton. Mine is so dirty. I need to clean it because I use it all the time. But these are a game changer if you've never tried one. Okay, and then I do have a few brushes that I wanted to share with you. They won't be shockers if you watch my videos a lot, but these are ones that I've really been using over the past few months. This is one of them. This is BK Beauty 109, and it's called their Mini Contoured Foundation Brush. It is just a mini version of their 101 foundation brush. I don't use this for foundation, although you definitely could. It's a great size for that. I use it for cream, bronzer, and blush. You guys, I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of things about this brush. It is the size, it's flat on this side, and it's pretty dense. So it's easy to just tap on cream, bronzer, contour, blush, and it stays where you place it because the size of the brush is not too large. Sometimes if you go in with a brush that is too big or not quite dense enough, your products can kind of move in places that you don't want them to. Whereas with this, you literally get your product on, stamp it where you want it, and it like applies and blends all at the same time. I just love it. I wish I had two of them. I only have one of them. I'm sorry, I think this is out of stock right now. It is coming back. They did tell me that it's coming back early spring, so I'm assuming in March this will be back in stock. So definitely go online and put your email in if you want to be notified. But I can't stop using it. I used it today for cream bronzer and blush. And then the other one, where is it? Hold on. Okay, this one. So I know you've seen this one all over social media. I have seen it all over social media. This is the Angie A506. It's the concealer brush. Looks like a little, I think they call this like the kitten paw brush, and it honestly is kind of a similar shape to this 109. It's angled with that kind of flat edge to it. I feel like I've had this brush for a while and I liked it, but I just recently started really using it consistently every day, and this is a fantastic brush. No wonder you see it everywhere. It is the perfect size to fit under your eyes, and if you are someone that wants a good bit of coverage, something with this shape that has some density to it is how you get it. One more very random favorite is this. I have been using a new deodorant, and it's the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist deodorant. I actually used this years ago, way before I had a YouTube channel, and I remember I loved it back then, but I quit using it and I hadn't used it in a few years, and I saw somebody mention it in a video. I forget who it was now, but I ran out of deodorant and I bought this again, and This is just my favorite. And yes, this is the original one with aluminum in it. I know there are lots of things out there on aluminum and deodorant. I'm just going to use what works, and this works. It smells good and I love it. I know it's expensive, but honestly, this lasts for a very long time. I've been using it for like a month and I've not even made a dent in it at all. So, and it smells great. So I've been using this every single day, obviously, and I love it. It works really great for me. So I highly recommend this if you are wanting to try a more expensive deodorant. This one is really nice. All right, moving on to the makeup. Of course, I have the most makeup because duh. So, number one, this will not be a surprise if you're familiar with my channel at all. It's the foundation that I am wearing today, and it is the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation with 5% squalane and hyaluronic acid. I wear shade 117. I feel like I've been talking about this since I tried it back last month in January. I am just blown away by this foundation. This is my favorite drugstore foundation that I have tried in a very long time. Very long time. I would even go as far to say this is my favorite drugstore foundation ever. Of all the ones I've tried, and I try a lot, this is the best, you guys. It is a light to medium coverage. It is glowy, but not too glowy. It, in my opinion, is very similar to the Makeup by Mario, but it's a little bit lighter and it's definitely not as much coverage. I prefer this one, honestly. I prefer this over the Makeup by Mario. I like that one, but not as much as this. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried it and you want to try a new foundation that is pretty affordable, I know this one is definitely on the pricier end of drugstore. To me, it is worth every single penny. I love it so much. And actually, the shade range on this is pretty good. I'm so happy to see a new product from Revlon. I feel like there hasn't been a standout product from them in quite a while, and this is one of them. I'm telling you, this is phenomenal. Then I have a concealer, and it's the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I tried this out in a trying new makeup video a few weeks ago, and this has been my favorite concealer in quite a while as well. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I expected to like it. I don't know. Something about this, I just thought, oh, I'm sure it's okay, but probably not going to be like a favorite. This is such a nice concealer for all over your face. So I love to apply it just as my all over coverage product. I didn't do that today because I wanted to use that Revlon foundation. So I just have it under my eyes today and a little bit on my cheeks. It gives really great coverage, but it's pretty hydrating. I was surprised. It's definitely more, I mean, it's a thicker consistency, but it's not dry. It is not dry like Shape Tape or any of those really thick concealers that you think of when you think of a fuller coverage product. This is not, but yet it gives great coverage and I love it. It's also very large. I feel like you get a lot of product in here. I don't know why, I just really like the packaging on it. I think it's cute, has a really large doe foot applicator, which I don't know why, but I find the packaging on this very pleasing. I don't know why. It does have this little brush on the end. I used it a little bit in the trying new makeup video from Ulta. I'll try to link that video if you haven't seen it. You can go watch it. But the idea, I'm guessing from the name, is you have your concealer and you have this little brush. You can just put it on, use your brush that you have, dot it in, and that's it. Oh, I do wear the shade 30NN in this, and it's a pretty spot-on match for me. Next, I have two products that I've talked about quite a bit, and I did not want to love them, but I do love them. And they are these from Westman Atelier. You guys, I think I have a bit of an obsession now with Westman Atelier. I just can't get enough of these. I have both of these on today. So the first one is the Face Trace contour stick in the shade Biscuit, and in this one I just have the mini, so it's really tiny. I had always wanted to try this, but I just could never commit to the full size, the full price. The Westman Atelier products are very expensive, and I saw this finally in a mini size and decided to get it. 100% obsessed with this. I can see why it gets great reviews from pretty much everybody. I love the color. This one is Biscuit, and it is a cooler tone, but something about the color on this is just perfect. It is cool, but it's not too cool so that it looks gray. It has just like a little bit of warmth. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. If and when I do use this thing up, which I love it enough that I think I probably will, I will not hesitate to buy the full size of this. I love it. The blend is amazing. It is the perfect contour and bronze color for me. I don't have any bronzer on today, just this. I love it. And then the other thing is the blush. So the blushes I feel like are probably one of the most popular products. This one is the shade Petal. This is the full size, and packaging is so luxe. It is magnetic. I will say the packaging in the mini is not as nice as the full size. Like this one is magnetic. It's just a lot heavier, a lot weightier. It's just a nicer package. The mini is not magnetic. It's not bad packaging. It's just not as nice feeling as the full size, and you do have to snap the cap on. It doesn't snap on automatically, but not that that really matters. This is my perfect blush, you guys. And I don't say that lightly because I have a lot of blushes. This one, I have no notes. No notes. The color, the blend, this is the shade Petal. It's a pinky nude. Kind of reminds me of Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, but not quite as rosy or something. I don't know. It's similar though. I love it. I've been using it nonstop, and I also have been wearing it on my lips, which is another added bonus. I love this on my lips. I do have it on my lips right now with a few other things that I'll talk about in a little bit, but I can already tell you guys this brand is going to be a problem for me. And you know, that is not the only blush that I'm including in this video. I couldn't narrow it down to just one blush. The other ones that I have also been loving are this one from NARS. So this is the liquid blush in Orgasm. I bought this for my full face of NARS that went up a few weeks ago, if you saw that. This is so beautiful, you guys. I almost like this color more than the actual powder Orgasm blush, and I thought they would be exactly the same, but something about this one is a little bit different. It's not quite as peachy or something. I don't know. This one is more pink to me, which I personally love. I don't mind a peachier blush, but I definitely gravitate more towards pink. So that's it there, blended out. This one does have a little bit of radiance to it. Like it doesn't have chunky glitter particles in it or anything, but if you look very closely, you can definitely see a little bit of that radiance kind of peeking through. I love it though. Two other blushes that are drugstore that I've also been loving they're from Essence, and this is the Baby Got Cheeks blush in the shade Tickle Me Pink. Okay, this is a true matte blush. So there's no shimmer, no nothing in it. I actually tried this in the same video as a lot of these other things. This is from Ulta. Comes in 2 other shades, I believe, and this one is more of like a bubblegum pink. It does have a fragrance to it. That's one downside to it. It smells like watermelon. It smells like, I think it's Bubblicious gum, maybe. I mentioned in another video, it reminds me of some type of gum, and I cannot think of exactly which one it is, but anyway, I love it. It is just perfect. I love it the most paired with this, also from Essence, the Pure Nude Baked Blush, but this one is Pink Flush. This color over the top of that Tickle Me Pink. So pretty. Now this shade does have a little bit of shimmer in it, so if you want a matte look, I would pair it with something else over the top of this. But this does have a little bit of glitter in it, but it is so beautiful, you guys. They did such a great job with these blushes. I'm so happy with them. I would love to get some more shades of them at some point. These two paired together, stunning. Okay, let's talk about a few eye products. I have been using this pretty much every day, the Sigma eyeshadow base in the shade Ignite. You've probably seen me use this in videos, but it's just a crayon kind of stick like this. And this one is just a light kind of skin tone color. It's very close to my natural skin tone. So I just apply this all over, blend it in with a fluffy brush or my finger, and that's it. And it works really well on its own or with eyeshadow over it. A lot of times I'll apply a little bit of this and then put a little bit of a powder bronzer over the top. That's kind of like my go-to thing on a daily basis. Easy to blend. It's a very creamy formula. I've been using this a ton. I can definitely see myself going through it. And then, okay, for our eyeshadow, we have tried some really good, affordable eyeshadows in the last few weeks. The first one I want to talk about is what I have on my eyes today, and it is the LA Girl Foreplay eyeshadow palette. So if you watched my try-on video I've been talking about, it was an Ulta haul, but a try-on Ulta haul. If you saw that video, I used this eyeshadow, but I used the green color story. I think it's called Cowgirl. This one is the shade or the name Seduce. So this one is more neutral. Cowgirl is more of a green color story. This is what I used today, and these, you guys, these are fantastic. I was blown away by the green one. I'm also blown away by this one. I think you can't go wrong with these. So today I have the matte shade right here, this kind of camel brown color. I have that kind of all over my eye. I have a little bit of this dark, kind of like a cooler toned brown, almost like a charcoal gray. I have a little bit of that in the outer corner. And then I took this gold topper shade and I put that all over my lid. And then I used this bronze kind of shimmery shade on my lower lash line. And I love it. It was easy to apply. I'm telling you, these are fantastic. If you have not picked one of these up yet, you need to. I forget how much they are, but they're very affordable. But we also tried this. So this is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Clean Color Eyeshadow Quad. And this is the shade Shimmering Beige. Now these come in a bunch of different color stories. This is probably the most neutral one. A little bit on the cooler side, I would say. So you get one matte, just a pretty standard matte, and then the rest are, or I would say these two are more of satin finishes. And then this gold shade up here is more of a topper shade. I have used this quite a bit these last few weeks, and I love this as well. I know some of you are gonna ask if I had to choose between the two, which one would I pick? I love them both. They're very good, but they're very different. These from LA Girl, you get true matte shadows. Like these two are true matte shadows. Then you get some more metallic shades. This one is almost kind of a topper. The CoverGirl shadows are a little bit more of a satin finish. They're not super shimmery, but they're not matte. They're a satin. So the formula is just very different. Both easy to work with though. If I had to choose, I would probably go with the LA Girl just because I'm telling you, the quality on these is amazing. Trust me, go out and get yourself one or order one online. These are so good. But I also really, really think the CoverGirl formula is nice as well. Then I have been loving a mascara. It's not the e.l.f. one, although I still absolutely love the e.l.f. Lash and Roll, but I have been enjoying this one from Too Faced. So this is their iconic Better Than Sex mascara, but this is the brown color. That is what I have on my lashes today, and this is a very nice mascara. I obviously love the brown I'm always talking about brown mascaras. I think the reason this one has really stood out to me is most of the brown mascaras that I've tried are more on the natural side. Like the e.l.f. one is a bit more of a natural mascara. The L'Oreal Voluminous Balm I also love in brown, but it's also more of a natural formula. This is a pretty dramatic formula. It gives you a lot of volume and it's brown, which I love. I haven't had any issues with smudging or anything like that. It does have kind of that, I'm sure you're probably familiar with this brush, but it's kind of an hourglass shape. And if you have been interested in a brown mascara and you want something that really adds depth and volume and fullness to your lashes, I've been loving this one from Too Faced. Okay, and last for the makeup is a lip combo, and it's what I have on today. So I mentioned earlier I have Westman Atelier blush Lip and Cheek in Petal on my lips. For lip liner, I've been loving pairing that with this NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Truffle. I love NYX lip liners, but this one is, I don't even know how to describe this color. It's a nude, but it's a little bit brown. It's almost a little bit of a rosy brown with, yeah, like a rosy undertone to it. I love this color if I'm wanting a lip liner that's not my exact lip color, that's a little bit more of a contrast. I've been going for this, and paired with Petal, I love those two together. And on the top of that, I have been using, where is it? These new CoverGirl Yummy Glosses. These are fantastic. They are, I would say, better than the Dior lip oils. And I have a few Dior lip oils. I like them. This one is better. It's not as thick. It's not as sticky. This one does have a smell. It smells really good to me. I don't even know. It smells kind of fruity. I don't really know what these smell like, but it smells incredible. They're glossy. They're pretty. I love them. I've been reaching for these so much since I got them. I have two. Today I have on this one in Let's Get Physical. It's just a light pink, but it really just looks clear on my lips. And then the other one I've been using is this one, which is Coconuts About You. This one is just a nude color, but I'm telling you, they make so many pretty shades in these. Highly recommend, and this lip combo has been my go-to. Last, I wanted to share two YouTubers that I have really been loving watching. I've watched all their content in the last few weeks, and I want to share them with you. So the first one is Tanya Wells. She does beauty content as well. She primarily focuses on luxury beauty, and she has done videos on all of the brands you hear about all the time in the luxury beauty community. Westman Atelier, Chantecaille, Victoria Beckham, all of the above. And she gives really thorough reviews of these brands. She tries so many of the products, and she just seems like such a lovely person. She's stunning. I think you guys will love her. And then I've also been loving Martina Lily. She lives in Australia, which, first of all, I could listen to her talk all day. The Australian accent I just love it. I could literally listen to that all day long. But apart from the accent, she also does very similar content to Tanya. She does a lot of luxury focused makeup videos, and I love her personality. She's so stunning and just a sweet person. I think you guys will love both of them, and I will make sure to list and link their channels below. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for what I'm loving right now. I hope you enjoyed it. This was probably a long video because I had a lot of things that I wanted to share. I feel like we found some really good things in the last few weeks, and I'm excited to share the ones that are really truly standouts for me. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already, and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. And again, thank you to Dossier for sponsoring a portion of this video. I will have my link and discount code listed below in the description box. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.